What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Here to my flame, obviously. So I'm playing some good old MW2, and I've got a really interesting topic to talk about today. And I don't know how you guys are going to agree or disagree. I think most of you probably would agree with this. But I was lying in bed watching a video, and it was a comparison between three of the Incredible Hulk games. It was the 2005, 2008, and then the Avengers game in 2021. And it was just comparing, you know, like one of them games comparing the mechanics, the graphics, things like this. And it became pretty apparent why, and you'll understand why I'm going to bring this up today in this topic, right? Is because it was like, okay, we've got 2005, very cartoony, not the greatest graphics, mega fun. I played the 2003 one when I was a kid, and actually not that long ago now I think about it, but yeah, great game, okay? And same with the 2003 and 5 one, right? 2008, also really fun, just better graphics. It was the 360 era. And then we get to the 2021 Avengers game. My God, was it arse. Go and, I'll put the link to the video in the description. Go and watch it. And this is why today's topic is about video games evolving backwards. And you will understand 1000% what I'm saying. I'm not even joking, it is going backwards. The graphics look more realistic, the game is worse. Now, I was talking to a few people about this, and for some reason, there's a lot of people out there that only care about graphics. They don't care about the game. And I don't understand it personally. I could not play a game that looked visually, like, really good when it plays like shit. And I've used several games as an example. MW 2019 looked visually really good, but played dog, to say the least. So that's, you know, one game. And then Avengers, second game, that looks visually modern and realistic, plays ass. The jumping, Hulk can't jump, he can't run, he can't do anything, he looks like an old man. It makes no sense, okay? And this is, again, part of, like, the huge problem with modern gaming, is when I looked at the comments, people already know it, that it is purely, it's money. That's why this is ruined. Games aren't made by gamers anymore, and games aren't made for fun. They are made for a business practice and to make quick money. They're not a passion hobby anymore. You go look at old school gamers who made some of the best games of all time. They were passionate. They all cared about the actual game and the product they put out. Now, like they didn't, a lot of them didn't actually care, you know, if it made loads of money. It was a bonus. Now, if a game doesn't make money, then that's it. That's the be-all and end-all. They don't think, oh, how can I make this better? It's, oh, okay, we're just going to get away from that and, you know, do something else that's stupid that makes more money. So we'll go, like, for example, look at COD. You know, they go and do a rip-off of Fortnite now because they know it makes money. And, quite frankly, everyone hates it. So, it's a really, really sad time to be a gamer. I've said this for a while. I think we just need a reset. Do I think that's going to happen? I have no idea. But I'm curious what you guys think regarding that statement of we are evolving backwards in games. I mean, take this game, for example, Modern Warfare 2. I think the graphics are really good. They're not mega realistic. They're realistic enough. You know, it's realism to a degree. And especially back in 2009. But it's not ultra realistic. The mechanics aren't ultra realistic. But there's one huge thing about this game. It is fun. That is apparent from the second you play this game. It's fun, it's detailed, it's meant to, you know, not be realistic when you play multiplayer. It's meant to be just killing people and having a laugh. And that's exactly what you get from this experience. And, like I said, it's almost like that is, it's just dead and gone. It's buried now, that side of things. As depressing as it is. Oh, I've been flashed. Oh my God. Oh, I've been hit with a sniper. Yeah, it's just dead and gone to a degree. So, it is a big problem. It really is. I'm someone that's played games my whole life. And I can tell you just from my perspective, and I'm sure all of you guys have the same experience, or similar experience, that if you can name 5 or 10 games that you grew up playing, right, that have a sequel, be realistic and be honest, how many of them sequels suck in comparison to the original? And the thing is, even, see, I'm not saying that, like, sequels from back in the day were great. Oh my God, I'm terrible. Some of the sequels that came out even not that long after weren't great, don't get me wrong, but they still felt like what they were meant to, in a way. As for now, the biggest difference is you can tell when you boot up a game what year it was made. You really can. You can tell what generation it is, what graphics that gives. That's a big giveaway. The mechanics of the game. You know, if every game now, every FPS game has sliding, so you know you could blindfold me and then time you put me in a room and then be like, right, play this game. Never seen before, disorientated, and I'm gonna see the slide and be like, oh, this is a modern FPS game. Like, it's that simple. So, you know, when it comes to that kind of stuff, it's pretty apparent which direction a lot of the games have gone and where they're still going. But I think the only way back from this is a crash. And I've said this for years. I don't think it's going to happen. But people need to wake up, stop playing these shit games, start complaining more, raging to the companies about it, and also just, like, go back to the older games. And this is, like, COD, for example. The more people that play the older games and jump on board the bandwagon and go, this stuff is terrible, the more the Activision and whoever else it is going to have to turn around and be like, right, we need to, okay, like, perhaps make some changes going back, because we're going to lose money massively. It's all right them losing money for a year or two, even though they hate it. Once they lose money every single year because they've lost the trust already in the player base, that's when they start to say, oh, like, we've got to make some real changes. I mean, this whole thing with Xbox now, oh, I thought that was a teammate. The whole thing with Xbox now being under this new CEO, maybe that's a good thing. I highly doubt it because she's not a gamer, but I'm never going to write someone off until I've seen what they've done, at least for the first decision. But I just think gaming as a whole has, because of how big it started getting in the the early 2010s and stuff, it was the corporate people that took over. They bought it all, they got in on it because they saw how much money it was, like, you know, that could be made from it. So that's the biggest problem now. It's these suits that are like, oh, we can make so much money from it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to run the whole scene. And quite frankly, look what they've done. They do now run the whole scene. And look at the state of what we've been given for the last, like, 7 years now. I mean, when was the last time a phenomenal game was dropped in the FPS genre? Personally, I mean, you had X-Defiant that died. You've had Black Ops 6 and 7. You've had Battlefield 6, which looked good, and they just fumbled the bag so hard. You know, like, all these titles that, oh my god, they're pissed on. All these titles that just could have been good and just aren't. And it's all for the same narrative. It's money first, fun later. You know, when people talk about the 2000s, you want to know why people miss it? It's not even the fact that everything was better in general. It's just everything, even if it wasn't as advanced, it was done for fun games. Like, the whole reason games were so fun, because they were fun. That was the whole premise. You could tell you were meant to have fun while playing the games. Fun. That one word I keep using. It's fact. That is why games were so addictive, because it gave you enjoyment and dopamine. But, like, even level progression. Think of level progression as a perfect example. Back in the day, you're trying to get level progression. Some games you had to grind like hell just to get, like, one camo or get something, you know? I've just flashed the life out myself. Now, you can just buy it, or you can, you know, do it like an easy way to get it. I don't know, man. It's rather depressing when I think about it, with the state of where we are with games. Because, like I said, I mean, I think of YouTube as a prime example. I had one of the best things in the world that I used to love doing was just going and watching creators on YouTube playing games and having fun being themselves. And obviously I do that, and that's fine, but I don't really watch myself because I already know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, and a lot of people don't do it anymore. It's not natural because, like, the algorithm doesn't reward that. It rewards being like a robot, you know? And anyone that sort of understands that are genuinely happier than the other ones, like, that don't understand that. Because they'll go and seek out creators that they actually like, who upload videos of them being themselves. Like, it's one of the biggest things for me that I've tried to always stay true to, is me being myself. I play games, I have fun, I scream, I'm dumb as shit. Like, that's just how I am, you know? And I love it. And that's what I think makes gaming and YouTube is you being yourself and having fun. And nowadays, everything's been sucked out of it. Everything is corporate, everything is money. And yeah, I don't know, dude. Like I said, everything gets a return. Everything gets a return. Everything has trends. Everything gets a return. I'm hoping that we are in like a healing period now over the next few years where everything's going to start getting better. You know, everything's going to start healing. Businesses are going to collapse. Everything's going to go downhill, and we're gonna get some kind of circle and go back and hopefully get some normality back in the industry and get some good games. But I don't know, I'm intrigued to see what you guys think. Let me know in the comments, and we can have a little debate about it. But thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to drop a like and sub. If you are new, as always, helps out a ton. And yeah, I will catch you in the next one.